Hi traders, welcome to the video. Please pause the video and make sure you understand the disclaimer before proceeding. What I want to do in this video is share with you how to determine currency strength. So when we look at a currency pair that we might want to trade, so let's just take the euro dollar for example. I'll take out the indicators here for a second. At the moment we can see the euro dollar is bullish on the 4-hour chart. The question is it the euro that's strong or the dollar that's weak? It's important to separate both currencies. What I have over here is a currency strength indicator. Now if we look at the euro dollar, we can isolate them like so. But we can see that the euro is strong, the strongest currency, and the dollar is the weaker currency. It's also important to look at the trajectory. This has a little bit of history behind it showing strength, and this has some history behind it showing weakness. We can see, and this is a 4-hour chart, so we can see here that we're getting a bit of a pullback, both of them retracing. So then, if the euro is the stronger currency and the dollar is the weaker currency, this pullback gives us an opportunity to buy. Potentially. You want to take this one step further. We'll have a look at another chart in a minute, but before we do, here's the thing. We'll reintroduce the other currencies. See here we have the dollar, red, and the purple is CAD. Right, they're both weak currencies. And what you might find is, if we have a look at the dollar CAD, more or less currently range bound. There will be instances where, for example, prior to here, for example, that this was trending down. But we don't know whether the CAD or the dollar is the weaker or stronger currency. So let's just go over to our chart here and see they're both weak, dollar CAD. A little bit of strength in the CAD. Dollar was a little bit weaker, but what's happening here is we have two weak currencies. So you might want to reconsider. I'm going to open up another chart now. I've got these set up in here. We've got these compare. We can compare these. So let's just say we're looking at a euro dollar opportunity. What we can do is we can open compare euro here, 6 chart layout, and I've got all the euro pairs on here, and then we can open up the compare dollar chart layout. And we get a bit of a sense of what the currencies, or how the currencies are performing in relation to the others. So with the euro being the base currency, so the euro Aussie is bullish, euro CAD bullish, euro pound is bullish, euro yen slightly bullish. They're all pushing up. Euro New Zealand has been trading it down, and then the euro dollar is pretty strong. So if we have a look at all of these, we can see that most of these are bullish, predominantly bullish, with the exception of the euro yen showing a little bit of fatigue here, and the Kiwi, euro Kiwi. There is bullish momentum across the board, however. So the euro is quite strong. So have a look at the dollar being the base currency, dollar CAD. So the dollar CAD has been bearish. It's starting to flatten out a little bit here. Dollar Swiss franc bearish, dollar yen bearish. Right, now we're going to go the other way around here. It's got the Aussie dollar US dollar bullish. So that's showing, again, dollar weakness. This is trending up. Euro dollar showing dollar weakness here as well. Pound dollar trending up. Okay, so the base currency is the Aussie, the euro, and the pound in this case. So they're going to be opposite. All right, so we can see that there's consistency insofar as the dollar paired with all the other currencies. If there wasn't consistency, you might want to reconsider. For example, here, well, we can see the dollar CAD. If this was bullish and this was bearish, all right, you might want to reconsider. So it gives strength to the argument if more of these are in favor as far as the trend's concerned. So a weak dollar, you want to see the majority of these showing that the dollar's weak, right? So we can compare. Euro is strong across the board, the dollar is weak across the board, and what we're doing is we are separating out the currencies. Like, for example, here, this is the orange one is the euro. See the strength in the euro and strength in the Swissy, this green. So we can see that from back here, they're both fairly correlated. So I wouldn't be looking for a Euro Swissy trade right now. Have a look at the trajectory. We can see the yen is starting to gain strength. The pound and the Aussie was starting to show weakness. So we can look at these crossovers here for an opportunity. And then finally, and you don't want to overdo this, but I have this other chart layout, the indexes, currency indexes, and my list, currency index list. We've got the AXY, BXY. We're on the hourly chart. Let's just go out to the 4 hour. Okay, dollar index clearly in a downtrend, bit of a retrace. Okay, we've got some resistance here. The euro in a strong uptrend, a little bit of a pullback, but we can see clearly that the dollar index is weak, is bearish, and the euro is pushing up. And so you can consider taking a look at the currency indexes. Japanese yen, it's quite strong. Look what it's trading into. Okay, the Canadian dollar, is that starting to show signs of weakness here? It's good to get a bit of a handle on currency strength and weakness. Stay away from currencies that are correlated, okay, like these guys up here, for example, the Euro Swissy. But the Euro dollar pullback here looks good. Thing to watch out for is the end of these lines here show pullbacks, retraces. You want to keep an eye on the trajectory, like this green line up here. That's the Swissy. It's strong and it's been holding that. It's been holding strength for some time. Okay, so there's a bit of momentum. There's a bit of history behind the strength. The euro has been holding up since back here. The golden colored line here. The US dollar has been weak from way back. Okay, so we can see that there's a bit of history behind them, and I think that's important. Just be careful because, you know, we see some of these currencies, like we've got this crossover, but you know, this activity through here can just be pullbacks. Can be indicating retraces or pullbacks. The strength. Look back. I like to use this on the 4 hour and the daily chart. Go out to the daily. So we can see some interesting movement going on here. The red one is the dollar. Okay, that's in a bit of a dive. The white one is the New Zealand, the Kiwi, gaining strength. A lot of these are at a crossroads at the moment, coming into each other. But you can look back, you know, like you can see here, this yellow one, there's the pound. It's quite strong. It's been kind of holding up. Bit of a pullback at the moment. So a dollar Swissy would be a good sell, given the strength in the Swissy and the dollar declining. But wait for the pullback before you jump in. So let's have a look at the dollar Swissy. Okay, been in a downtrend, and we know that we have a strong Swissy, a weak dollar, and the opportunity is going to be when we see these pullbacks. Some of them are a little bit shallow. We're not getting the pullback right into these order blocks here, so we might see a fairly shallow pullback in here. But that could be a sell right now, actually. I don't mind that. Okay, so with our indicators and our strategy, this is clearly in a downtrend. Just be a little bit careful. See how on the 4 hour chart here, it's overextended, and it's been overextended for a while. It's got to watch out. So this is the mean, this middle line here, right? And we're really trading between these two deviations. You know, at some stage, it might pull back closer into this mid line. Right, so it is fairly extended, but definitely there's been opportunities here to catch some of these. And I mean, I would trade that short around here, but you'd probably want to go for a swing trade, trade it on the daily, keep your stop loss out of the way. But I mean, catching these early on is really the thing. You know, the opportunity was up around here where it rotated. First breakout signal on the 4 hour here. I mean, that would have been a nice entry if we caught that. Even this one here, like, I mean, we want to keep an eye on when it trades into the cloud and when it starts to show lower highs, lower lows, like we get a break of structure. This is a break of structure here. Okay, broke to the downside. This is your Q. Anyway, that's another video. But yeah, I mean, that wraps up the currency strength. And if it's in a strong trend like this, you can go to our 30-minute, 3-minute layout and ride the waves. It's a 30-minute, trade these 30-minute breakouts. That's the opportunity. We have plenty of videos on this if you want to have a look at them. They're available, and yeah, invite you to join our Discord group. It's free to join. The link is below. With that, hope you have a great day, safe trading, and see you in the next video.